Hi aficionados, and welcome to the first ever Enlightened Cigars episode. I'm your host Jenny Hatton as we explore all things cigars to bring you a deeper appreciation of the artistry, love, and passion that go into every premium cigar. Every Sunday I will be posting a video about different aspects of the cigar industry, including cigar knowledge, cigar experiences, and industry insights. Today we're exploring cigar knowledge with one of my favorite topics, cigar anatomy. So let's get started. Started on today's information and cigar knowledge, I wanted to tell you guys that I will be doing Twitter and Instagram shoutouts. So if you like this video, share it on Twitter, or if you're on Instagram, hashtag Enlightened Cigars down below. I'll show it right here. And next video, I may shout you out for some awesome acknowledgement. So whenever anyone walks into my humidor at my cigar shop, they're often very surprised by how many different cigars we have. And they always ask, do they really taste that different? Yes, to a trained cigar aficionado, they can taste very different from cigar to cigar. And I kind of wanted to go into today and explain why cigars can taste differently and go into the anatomy of the cigar itself. So for today, I am looking at the JRE Aladino. This is one of my favorite cigars. I had it in my humidor and I thought this would be a great one to pull out and talk to you guys today. So to start out, there are three types of tobacco that goes into every cigar. There's the filler tobacco, the binder tobacco, and then the wrapper. So each of these layers work together to give you the overall cigar experience for this specific cigar. The filler tobacco is what kind of brings the different blends of flavors to it, kind of heightens the flavor, gives you that interestingness, that uniqueness that's different. So depending on the blender, they can use one type of tobacco, they can use many types of tobacco just in the binder, or in the filler alone, sorry. So just like there's a rose, but there's tons of different roses, same thing goes with tobacco. There's tobacco, but there's a whole bunch of different strains of tobacco, each with their different unique properties and flavors. And depending on the region that they're grown in, it can be completely different as well. So you can get several different types of filler tobaccos in here. And then the next layer up from that is the binder tobacco. Now the binder tobacco is there to hold all the filler together and then also to help give it that smooth, easy burn. This is the tobacco that really helps the smoking experience to give you that burn, that nice even draw, all that stuff. So that's what you really want to look for in a good binder tobacco. The binder tobacco doesn't help as much with the flavor. Obviously, it is part of the cigar. It gives it a little bit of the flavor, but it's more there to give you that burning experience, that good smoke. Finally, the outermost layer is the wrapper. Now, the wrapper is the most important to me. It's where you get all of your flavor. So again, there's different types of tobacco that can go into the wrapper itself. And then there's also different ways that manufacturer can actually ferment the tobacco and age it. And so it gives it different qualities. Like they can age it to be a Maduro, and then it really brings out the sweetness of the tobacco. You can get a shade or all sorts of different things that really give each unique fermentation process and aging process its own unique flavor. So if you think about it, you have three layers of the cigar. Each layer of the cigar can have over 20 or so different strains of tobacco going into it, and how it's aged and blended and put together can give each cigar a unique and individual experience. So it's really an attestment to I don't know. It's really sorry. It really is just amazing how a blender can go in, pick and choose these different tobaccos, mix them together, roll them, process them, all this different thing, and give you such a unique cigar smoking experience. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is also the different parts of the tobacco. So we have the cap, and we have the foot, and then we have our cigar in the center here. So the foot is where you're gonna light your cigar, and it's there's several different things that you can have in a foot. This one here is an open foot, so the wrapper goes all the way down to the end, but you can see the inside of the wrapper. There's also a closed foot, which means that the wrapper actually folds over the end of the cigar. And then there's also a shaggy foot, and that means that the wrapper doesn't go all the way to the end of the cigar. All personal preference. It doesn't matter if you like one or the other. I smoke them all. All give a very unique experience to smoking the cigar, and it's just a personal preference of the blender, all that different things. So we can get more into that if you guys want. Let me know below. So that's where you light the cigar. The cap is the part of the cigar that holds everything together. So the cap is what helps it from unraveling on you. So if you've ever smoked a cigar and you've noticed, like, as you're smoking it, it's unraveling on you, it might be because you cut too much of the cigar off. So when you look at the cigar and you look at the cap, I'll bring this in closer for you guys. So if you look right here, you can see that line. Let's see if I can get it to focus a little more. You can see that line right here for you, and that is the cap. And you don't want to cut below that. So if you're cutting your cigar, getting ready to smoke it, you don't want to cut below that line, or else it'll help the cigar start to unravel. So, and it doesn't matter if you're using a V-cut, straight cut, punch, whatever you want. If you interfere with that line and that cap, your cigar is going to start to unravel on you, and you don't want that. Still smokable, still perfectly fine, tastes great, just a little more difficult to smoke because it's going to start unraveling on you. But that is all of the parts of this cigar that I wanted to go over with you today in Cigar Anatomy and Cigar Knowledge. So what do you think? Have you experienced the unwrapping with your cigar? Did you already know this? What else do you want to learn about cigars? Let me know in the comments down below what you want to see in Cigar Knowledge and in future videos. I wanted to thank you guys for joining me today. I'm going to go outside, cut this, light it up, and enjoy the wonderful weather I have here in Colorado today. Make sure to like and subscribe down below so I can continue to give you more cigar information and industry insights. And as always, have a wonderful day and smooth draws to everyone.